Hello. Sorry I look like actual crap. Didn't grab the thing off my printer, but I'm going to be turning these pants into my dinosaur pants. I printed off 3 shapes of dinosaurs, and I'm going to start with drawing them on with the Sharpie pens, and then see if I want more colors from there. And if I do, I'll paint those ones white, and then I'll paint with actual fabric paint over it because I think the white will help allow them to show up. And if I'm wrong, I'm wrong, but I'm going to set you guys up a little differently. I'm watching The Quarterback and Me, or whatever it's called, with Noah Beck. I was gonna watch it when it first came out, but it didn't, so. And I was gonna get it on my TV, but then I realized I also don't want to put that much work into figuring that out because this TV is way different than the TV upstairs. So yeah, goodbye to these normal pants. I'm excited. I've wanted to do dino pants for a while, so I hope I like them. This leg is painted. I'm waiting for these 3 to dry because these 3 are actual fabric paint, and then hopefully they dry after I'm done with the shower, and then I can finish them and finish this movie. But I can't handle it. I smell too bad and I need to go take a shower. So at least we're being honest and truthful on this platform. Hi guys, me being back on my camera and a tripod and my battery and memory card is crazy. Let me pause McKenna for a second. And it's like an auto close, and I wanted them darker because so I've genuinely been in a slump. Not creatively, just like, I mean, kind of, I guess. Here, let me sit you down so we can talk. Like, I don't know, there's just been a lot going on, and there's just like multiple projects that have been started and need to be finished. Yesterday, I got a lot of camp stuff put away. I did 2 camp conventions this year. And the last one finally wrapped up last week, so everything had to come home with me, and everything has a spot. It just needed to find its spot, and not everything has found its spot again, but most things are. Like, all of my 6 boxes are empty, so it means it has a spot in this place. It just has to get there. I did move a few things around, trying to alleviate my brain. I'm not obsessed with it yet. I have a lot of books that I've gotten from a retired teacher that my CT coach was the other teacher, and we got really close to her, and she offered like a bunch of her stuff to me, which I am tremendously thankful for. It's just adding a bunch of stuff to the space that we don't have a lot of room in. So it's, my brain, I think, is getting a little cluttered. I think something to try to help it today is I have some new books that I would like to scan in, and at least get those scanned in. And then I think there's a book bin that's still they're scanned, they're just not put away. And then I have a crap load that just need to be manually entered in, and that's just not happening right now. I just need to get them set to the side and accept the fact that they're going to be there until I finish them. I am running out of book space. I'm running out of containers, which isn't great, but we'll get there. I moved the stuff that my plants were on because it was on a cube shelf, and that is now over here being used, but I don't know if I'm excited about that either. So there's some things I just have to figure out. And yeah, so I thought we would kind of chat and do this together, but yeah, there's just a bunch of stuff that has to be done. I just got into painting banners, and I'm painting my brother's girlfriend one, so I would like to get that done because I see her this next upcoming week. We're all going up north together, so I'd like to get it to her. That would be nice, but that's also, I would have to get it done. Sorry, this book pin's, it's like a, how big is this? It's a 30-gallon Sterilite bin, which is great. It just gets heavy. So, I also just like have a lot of sewing projects. There's just a lot of things going on, and it's fine, but also, like, I'm ready for it all to just disappear at this point. And I've thought about getting a storage unit. Stop it. A storage unit, but that's also a lot of work. And I reach for this stuff a lot. Hold on. Come on. Give me the, thank you. Nope, still can't reach it. Come on. Come on. Okay, there we go. Ow, that hurt. I feel like I reach for this stuff a lot, and there's some stuff I don't, but it's hard to justify like what would go. And my boyfriend offered for like a couple containers to go to his apartment, but it's like I don't know. I don't know what would go there. So, a lot of things, but yeah. I don't really know. I'm at like a standstill, and that's why I gave up last night, because like I have a crap ton of paint I have a crap ton of paint tape, but like every bucket I try to put it in, it all doesn't fit. So like I can separate it by like kinds of tape, but then that just creates more stuff. You know what I mean? So hopefully there'll be quite a few time lapses or just me talking through stuff, but I'm trying to get myself out of this slump. My boyfriend was trying to be so helpful yesterday, and he goes like, I want to help, but I don't really like understand why you're feeling the way you're feeling. And I was like, if I understood the way I was feeling, we would all be okay, but that's not how that works. So I also like, I rehomed these, which like I don't know if I want to keep this container, because this container like pisses me off half the time, but like also when it feels like being a good container, it works, but half the time the lid just doesn't want to go on, and then when I lift it up it falls and everything falls out. So yeah, anywho, I kind of want to go through like all of my clothes. I just did this, but like I don't want any of them right now, and I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. So it is Tuesday, July 29th. I'm going to our state fair this weekend with my boyfriend and his family. I come home for a few days, and then my family and I go up north. So there's a lot of things to do today and tomorrow, and I need to kick my butt into gear because I want to clean, but I just don't know where to put anything, and I think that's what's overwhelming my brain, and it's just wanting to give up. So we're gonna try not to give up. I watched Miss Calls Campers. She's posted like 6 videos in the last like maybe 2 weeks, I think. I've watched all of those. I'm watching McKenna. I like her vlogs better than her main channel videos. I do watch her main channel videos occasionally, but I do like her vlogs better. And yeah, I'm just trying to chip away at some stuff. I think since they're right in front of me, I'm going to try to scan in these books and then add whatever doesn't scan into my unscanned stuff and go from there, I think. So I'll become a little librarian. I like doing the librarian stuff, so that's a fun thing. I need to grab my glasses too though, because my eyes are starting to like strain, which is gonna give me a headache. So I'm gonna grab my glasses, I'm gonna set up my computer, and then hopefully you guys will see me scan. Made some chicken wraps for lunch. It wasn't very exciting. Maisie and Luna think they're gonna get something though. They're not. Just listening to music. When I put books away, I feel like I'm just walking in endless circles and I'm not doing anything. So I think I need to pivot. And then I'll go from there. Okay. So, I think I'm gonna paint. I think I need to do something creative. I have my the big thing of fabric bin I got from my great uncle and my great aunt. I put fabric Febreze on it, and now I'm just airing. I have a fan on it. It's airing it out because it has more room in that bucket, and I have like fabric. Where is it? Right here, and like all right here that can probably fit into it, but I didn't want it to smell it up too. So hopefully that gives me a solution, and then I have more storage for my fabric, because right now it ain't it because of the smell. So I'm gonna try to figure out how to set y'all up so I can paint. I need to look at the inspo picture again of colors. I haven't followed it exactly, But I know the blue, I mean the squiggle that I haven't done yet, which is like right here, needs to be blue, like a light blue. But I don't remember what both of the microphones technically were. And then there's details and everything that I just need to go through and add. Like from the guitar and the maracas. And I haven't decided if I was going to outline the music notes, but I feel like I should. But we're going to do that for a little bit. I need to turn on the light to the, those are right above me so I can like see. That's not them. There we go. So I'm gonna try to find a place to set y'all up, and then I'm gonna paint for a little bit, and then I might shower. I think I'm hitting a rock and I need to be like clean because I don't feel clean anymore. So it is 12:41. My mom should be home eventually, and then we'll take the D's for a W. Yes, we will. So yeah, just listening to music. Right now, Cody Johnson is on. It's called Human. I don't think I've ever heard the song though, so. Alright, so this is what I got so far. Everything else I can't touch up or finish because it's drying. I'm going to touch up the letters. I wasn't fond of the brush I was using, but I really couldn't go back, so it's okay. I like it. Gonna touch it up with a marker, paint marker, and yeah, but I feel a little better now that I've showered. I don't feel great, but I feel a little better. But yeah, so gonna keep chipping away at some things, and yeah, it is about 1:21. So this part really hasn't done much, but I have done things. It's just not much. Yeah, I showed you guys I moved the 3-drawer thing to over here, so it'll be next to the fabric bin. And I had these going this way parallel to the couch, but I had a bin that was sticking out that far anyways, so I just moved it so then the fabric bin will fit. These will fit back on top of the fabric bin like I had it. But I don't really want to move them back until they go back. So yeah, we will see, but it's going. Talked to my dad for a little bit about some camp stuff, and yeah. Hello, beautiful people. Welcome back. Most likely the same video, maybe not. Since we have been away from each other, I got a haircut. It is really greasy right now, so you will not be seeing the haircut. My parents are currently at a comedy show that was supposed to happen a while ago, but it did not happen due to, I actually don't know why. It just got rescheduled. So it was their anniversary yesterday and they didn't really do anything, so. It was initially for my dad's birthday, but now it's kind of like birthday anniversary. And they're going to dinner, so. Yeah. But I'm making some grilled cheese. My stomach has been really weird lately and will just choose to get sick, so I was trying to work around why my stomach was being weird, but then I realized it's kind of just doesn't like anything, so that's great. Which honestly, it's picked the times that I'm at home, so out of all the times it could pick, I'm okay with it being at home. It's just kind of annoying. Today I have gone through quite a few bits of clothes. I have 2 full boxes and I think I'm donating my weighted blanket. I just don't use it anymore. And it's not like it can just fold up into a corner because it's weighted and it's really annoying. So, yeah. So I've currently 3 boxes. And then I just moved my desk around. I'm not in love with it, but I cleaned it off. Hopefully I'll sit at it. I have some work to do when I get back from our trip that we're leaving on soon. We're just gonna be gone for a few days. We're just going up north for a little bit. But I now made my bed a mess. So I'm trying to get myself a little more energy to finish that. I'm also watching Miss Call's Campers. I don't remember if I was watching her last time I was talking to you guys. I don't really remember. I was painting, so I think I was. I don't know. But yeah, so that is that. I went to my boyfriend and I went with his family. We went to the state fair this past weekend. Well, a few days ago, actually. It was a lot of fun. I don't go to the state fair much, so it was fun. He made me go on high things though. We did a ski lift air thing, and then that brought you across the fair. And then we did the Ferris wheel. Didn't like either, but I liked the ski lift thing more than the Ferris wheel. It was a good time. I'm glad my stomach decided to chill. There's one time that I was oh no, but we were good. A lot of fried food and junky food, so that's why I was a little concerned, but all was well. You know, I have to study for my fort exam. If you're an education major or were an education major, you know what that is. It's basically the test that tests if I can teach foundational reading skills. So phonics and that stuff. So I have to do studying for that because when we get back, it'll be exactly a week from when we get back. And then I also want to do some camp stuff to prepare for next year. And I also want to do just some school stuff, just for teaching, not college. Which I do have to look at college to see if I need textbooks, but which I should do sooner than later if anything's posted. This semester schedule I'm not very excited about, but that's okay. I think I'm burning it. Oh no. Ouch. Hello. Where's the thing? Okay. Ooh, that's big burn. Probably okay. So yeah. Oh, I also cleaned my closet. So I'll show you when we get downstairs. It doesn't look great because everything's on my bed or my closet. There's like hangers on the floor, but it's looking pretty good. I also cleaned out 1.5 containers that were under my bed. So I get to figure out what goes in there. So it's fun. But yeah, I'm going to eat, and I will talk to y'all later. Okay, I'm waiting for my grilled cheese to cool down a little bit. But, so my desk was initially against this wall, and this stuff was against this wall. So I just flipped everything. I put my doors back on because I don't use that TV anymore. Bed is a mess. Move, please. Thank you. And then I used, why did I do that? I used one of my shoe hangers because I realized I won't be in the classroom for another year. I can use them instead of them just sitting in a container until I need them again. And then the clothing rack that used to be right here, I actually got to move out. So I can like actually fully walk in my closet, and I got rid of quite a few jeans. So, or pants I should say. And we'll see how long this takes to fall again. The last time I was here it fell, but we'll see if it falls. I have to go through that metal caddy thing because I feel like I have a lot of places for where the stuff that's in it right now is, and I just haven't like transferred it over, and then I get to figure out what I get to do with that. But that's like other news. But I'm going to pause this. I just played it, the ambiance, because I didn't want it to fall asleep. But I am going to continue to watch
slide video type thing. Just
okay, here I've gotten a lot done. My bed is basically cleared off, besides my suitcase that I still have to finish packing, and a bunch of file folders. There's a few things I want to try to do. I need to take a break because my back is killing me. I want to make and print a printable tracker for my SU slips and tickets, and how I could like check that. And I'm thinking it'd be like, well, okay, SU slips and tickets are they have to be different, unfortunately. But for SU slips, it could be the suey, so who's suing, and then who got sued. No, who got sued, who sued them, why, how much, and if they paid or not. So basically just a check mark when they do pay. And then for the tickets, it could be kind of the same thing, just a little different, just not as many like columns. It would be the person who got the ticket, so name, why. Sometimes I like putting a reason, sometimes I don't, but I would like it to be there as an option. And then possibly maybe date, name, why, paid. I think that would be good to see when they got it and if they paid. And then I want to work on Camp Inventions crossword that I'm almost done with. I just have to finish. I want to make labels for my 3 drawers for colored paper. And then I want to look at my library labels because I've been adding so many books to like into my system of what I have. I just am not keeping up with like what I need, and I think at some point I need to just give up until I'm like in my classroom and see what space I have for my library. So that is also a task that needs to happen at some point, but that's like the lowest thing on the list. And then I want to work on mailing call Miss Calls Campers, Calls Hers bee binders. I don't think I would call mine bee binders, but there are some stuff I want in there. And honestly, I just kind of want to put together like the beginning of the year folder that like I can look at. They're my hard copies, they're my go-to things. And I kind of just want to mess around with that idea. So yeah, like I like the reading bingo idea. She doesn't make hers, but she gets them from another person from TPT, so I want to look at that. I have a behavior chart in there, but I don't think a behavior chart would go in there unless that specific student needs it. I want a hundreds, I want a number chart, like either, like, if I'm thinking about 3rd grade specifically, they would probably want a hundreds chart. Actually, yeah, they'd want a hundreds chart and like simple multiplication facts, I think. So like multiplication. And then maybe division could be added later, but I don't think, I think division fully gets introduced in 4th grade, but I think it's talked about in 3rd. So I don't know. That might be a added thing later. And then sight words. I can't really make that list, but I can hypothetically make a page for it to put them on. And then like class rules or classroom management. Yeah. And then like grade goals. But I don't know if I want those. I don't know. So I want to mess around with that as well. I also, so I said I have all of these file folders. I want to go through them. Some stuff's from camp, some stuff's from just teaching, some stuff's from after school, from teaching. And I kind of just want to see what I have. So, yeah. I also realized, I think those are over there. I have to go look for those. I have like calm down corner stuff that I brought to camp. And I think they're in the bag that I haven't done anything with yet. But I need to switch over from this computer to my regular, my MacBook, because, and use it with my TV, because I don't have like my mouse and stuff for this one, and it's just annoying, and my MacBook just runs a little better. So hopefully you guys might get to watch me do some of that. You definitely probably get to watch me go through my file folders. But it is about 6:41. I do have to go do dishes. I fed my dogs. Yeah, I just put a bunch of dishes upstairs to like soak because yikes. My rolling cart is now in here. So here. It's gonna stay in here until I probably don't need it in here. But like right now it has a bunch of like stationery and that stuff. And I can just come in here when I need that. But it feels nice wanting to be in here and not me like feeling overwhelmed. This back corner, the opposite side of my bed, is not great. But it's getting there. I can walk over there. So that's also not great, but that's a work in progress. But yeah. Why is it looks like my nose is burnt. I don't think it is. But yeah, I need to see if like my border, like how big I need to make the drawer labels. So, yeah. Okay, scavenger hunt is made. I thought it was all done, and then I was like reading it, and I was putting in, because I ended up just typing the numbers next to it because you couldn't really read the ones I wrote. And I was like, where's 10 and 11? I didn't draw them in. So I had to finish that and draw that back in and take a picture, which wasn't hard. But I was like, silly juice. Made my things. Oh, they're upside down. Made my things. I like my lined one. Gonna cut them out eventually. I don't really feel like doing that right now. I am going to set you guys up so you can look at me and watch me go through my 7 file folders. That's a lot. That's a lot, but yeah. I'm playing some ambiance, so my computer doesn't fall asleep again. But I'm gonna switch that. So then this can go like this, and then this, so I can look at it. There's a kitty in it this time, but I'm listening to my everything playlist, so it's a variety. But I'm very happy with what I've accomplished today. So when I was going through my file folders, I found the lanyard with my handwritten guest teacher stuff, plus the rules that what the can do changed a little bit. So I just made one and put that in the ID badge. And now I have 2 extras. So it's good. Little side quests. I should put the scavenger hunt probably in my camp convention file folder. Oh, I should print. Oh, it's a little different though, but the answers are the same. No, I should just, I'll print another one of the one I made, and then I'll fill that in for the answer key. That's what I'll do. And then I should put those in my camp convention file folder. It is 8:46. Sorry, I forgot about that part. Okay. Thank you. Didn't finish packing. Realized I packed all the swimsuits I wanted, but I think we're going early tomorrow to swim. So need to do that, get that out. And then all my toiletries and stuff need to get packed. I have gone back and forth if I want to take a shower tonight or tomorrow morning. I think I should just take one tonight. And then like everything else is ready. But also, I don't know. It's not that big of a deal. But yeah, I just have a few things on my bed. My suitcase, my jacket, drawing I drew, and my Santorini bag that my boyfriend got me. So I need to take that stuff off before we go to bed. Hey, May! Tomorrow I need to get the trashed I collected all my trash into one trash, but I need to trash the trash. But yeah. So I made the cards. I have to ask my dad if he wants me to put like 3 down or 4 across, you know, just to make sure they know which ones, to make sure they know which ones they're doing correctly. Yeah, I don't know how I feel about that, but like, he's the director of this camp, he gets to decide. But it is 9:33 and he just went to bed. So I will not bother him with this for right now. I think they're cute, simple. They're big enough where like the kids should see them, but also not obnoxiously big. So yeah, my back is killing me. I have officially decided that I don't know. I feel like I should just take a shower, but also sleep, and I can just take a shower tomorrow. Maybe it'll get me up and then wake me up if I take a shower in the morning. We'll attempt to do that. I have not been sleeping well, and I have been like in my bed until like 9. Which isn't like the greatest thing in the world, but you know what? It's my summer. But yeah. Then I get to finish hopefully some stuff tomorrow. But I'm proud of myself for what I got done today. Even though I feel like it just doesn't look like I did much today. I swear I did. Like, my closet's a big change for sure. And this area is just, it's getting there. It looks so much different without the rolling cart there though, which is kind of crazy. So yeah, I'm working on it, but also the fact that like 3 things of clothes are going bye-bye is crazy too. So yeah, I'm going to get this stuff up on my bed, brush my teeth, change, and go to bed. Also, technically could have made them longer, but I think they're okay for now. They're definitely simple labels, but simple is good sometimes. I don't know, maybe this got to be a whole video. If it did, hope you have a wonderful day. If it did not, I'll see you tomorrow. I guess I'll like let you know right here if it's the end of the video. But yeah.